Good morning. Today we are talking about lesson 56, which is using models and pictures to compare fractions. Sometimes as we begin learning about fractions, and I apologize, we've got a lawn crew outside. But as we begin to look at fractions, there are times when you start to think, okay, 1/3, 1/2, 2/3. Where does it all stand? And what I would recommend is that you draw a picture if you need to know which is larger. The first part that I want to give you is a vocabulary word, which is congruent. And it means the same shape and size. And that's really important when you're comparing fractions. You need to make sure that you're using congruent shapes, because it would do, if we were comparing 1/3 to a little circle and 1/2 to a big circle, this would not work, would it? So you need to make sure that you're comparing the same size or the shapes that are congruent. So we're going to look at 1/2 and 1/3. Now we have Mrs. Dawes' very best congruent shape, and we can see as we draw this that if we were cutting this up in a pizza, we would definitely want this size because this is more than 1/3. If we were cutting it into fourths, then that becomes a different matter. Let's look. Here's 1/4 of our pizza, and somebody has gone and they've cut this into 3 parts. So here's 1/4, and then this is 1/3. You can see based on looking at this that we would definitely want 1/3. Definitely. It would be larger. And so that's the trick. Make sure that you have that the shapes are the same size, and then you can kind of eyeball it. Now, as we get, it's easier for these unit fractions that are 1/4 and 1/3 to see. But what about if we had something like 2/3 and 1/2? In this situation, then okay guys, please bear with me. These are congruent, okay? Think of them as the same size. And we're gonna color this in. And this is gonna give us an idea of, so this is our half. This is significantly, this is more, this is 2/3. So based on our drawing, we can see that 2/3 is greater than 1/2. 1/2 is less, 1/2 is greater than 1/3, but when it comes to 2/3, this is greater. This is why it's important that you understand and are able to draw these out and to make a comparison. We will do more of this at the practice set. I'll see you then.